Hi, parents. I thought I would just take a minute and check in with you. Mostly, I just want to say thank you. I want to encourage you. I want to tell you that I see you. I'm proud of you. I'm amazed at the way in which you're handling these situations, the work that the kids are sending me. I know that that involves you every single time. So I just want to tell you thank you and that I appreciate you. I was praying specifically over you this morning, and I thought maybe I would just share with you a second from what I was reading. I was reading from this book called Every Moment Holy, and it has liturgies. It's a kind of interesting book because it goes through liturgies for all these different situations. Well, the one that I was reading this morning was talking about like the daybreak hours, the beginning of a day. It starts with, "O children of the living God, what is your Father's greatest desire for you this day?" And then our response would be that we should love our eternal King with all our hearts, with all our souls, and with all our minds, and with all our strength. Then it asks the question, and how would you show this love? By remembering him at all times, by cultivating thankfulness for his many blessings, trusting his good providence for the meeting of our needs, by loving all those whose lives intersect our own, by choosing to serve rather than to be served. And it goes on. There's like this whole list. And I was reading it and thinking about it and praying through the list. And then it asks this question, do you now possess the needed strength to perfectly accomplish such holy requirements? And I was thinking, no, I don't have what it takes to do what it really does mean to honor God and to remember him at all times and cultivate thankfulness and just all of this. I was thinking, I'm not that patient or that kind or that loving, like, oh no. So I loved when it went on to say, do we have the needed strength to accomplish such holy requirements? And then it says, we do not. For we are weak and inconsistent and often buffeted by fear and pride and selfishness. But being impoverished and ill-equipped as we are, I love this part, we will look to the grace of God and to the sanctifying work of the Spirit to accomplish his purposes in and through us this day, as we in grateful response seek to choose that which pleases him. I love that. We're ill-equipped, but we will look to the grace of God and to the sanctifying work of the Spirit. You know what? We do not go into this day and this week in our own strength because we don't have what it takes. But when we have the grace of God and the sanctifying work of the Spirit covering us and working in and through us, then we do have what it takes. So I just want to encourage you to press into that strength that comes from God alone, because he's going to give you what you stand in need of this week. He's going to do that for me, and I'm just trusting that he'll do it for you. Can we close together with a prayer? I'll read it right from here. We open our hearts anew to you this morning, God. O Lord, that the love of the Father and the life of Christ and the breath of the Spirit would quicken within us for a greater affection for your ways. Work your will in us, Lord Christ. Fill us with your love, flood us with your Spirit, and equip us for all that this day and this week holds. Thank you that we don't have to move forward in our own strength, but we have your grace and we have the sanctifying work of the Spirit in us. We love you, God. Thanks for loving us first. I bless these parents, God. Give them all that they stand in need of. May they know your love today. Amen. I love you guys. Thanks for sharing a moment with me. You mean the world to me. I'm so very grateful for you. Have a good week.